Why should you use Morgott's cursed sword? Because you can hop on your horse and go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That is all, bye now. The worst thing about this weapon is the fact it took me so long to use it in a run. The weapon has the wonderful curved greatsword sound, a very cool R2 follow-up, an amazing Ash of War, and most importantly, it looks cool. The weapon scales best with Dexterity, so we should meet the minimum requirements for all the other stats and just pump Dex, right? Wrong! While Dex does give better scaling than Arcane, Arcane is what our blood loss buildup for the weapon scales off of. In my level 150 build, I ended up with 60 Dex and 35 Arcane. That gave me 639 attack rating and 73 blood loss buildup. If I just pumped Dexterity up to 78 and left Arcane at 17, I would have 644 attack rating, but only 62 blood loss buildup. 60 Dex and 35 Arcane was more than enough with this sword's fast moveset to slap down every enemy within a few minutes, even on max New Game Plus. Now we need to talk about the Ash of War, Cursed Blood Slice. You are absolutely going to run Shard of Alexander on this build, and use the Ash of War at every opportunity that it allows. An L2 press has you charge your enemy down with a wound up slice of your sword that carries a set of big bloody flaming explosions. If you have enough time, you can chain it with a follow-up attack for more big bloody flaming explosions. Explosions that are very effective against big bosses and the hardest boss in the game. While this was one of the sloppiest Malenia fights I've had in a while, I was still able to take her down first try in less than 3 minutes per phase. In fact, it was sloppier than... Actually, let's save the freshman year joke for a more appropriate part, because my family watches these sometimes. With this build, we are going to run exactly 20 mind, no more, no less. This 20 mind stat converts into 121 FP, and Cursed Blood Slice costs 20 FP per button press. If you're doing a run like mine, where your only FP consumption is from the Ash of War, this will only leave a single FP point unused after 6 button presses. This all fits in just perfectly. Just like how Civilization 5 fit perfectly on my computer, the computer I was supposed to be using for schoolwork freshman year. Coding in MATLAB was just not as fun as playing Civ.